Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. About three subjects for this video, maybe four. The first is Elon Musk. The other one is von der Leyen, and Ursula von der Leyen wants to talk to Donald. Special, okay? And the third one is something from the Middle East, which I avoid because you can't tell the truth in certain kind of times. It becomes a revolutionary act. Remember George Orwell? So I'm gonna give you a report coming from, I would say, a OHCHR, and these guys are going to tell us this is United Nations Human Rights Office. They must be anti blah blah blah, because they're going to give us a staggering, horrible, criminal report. All right, let's start with the first one, which is very interesting, very interesting. Here it is, CNN. Elon Musk joined Trump-Zelensky call amid concerns for future of Ukraine war. So Elon Musk joined the conversation? Excellent. I don't know how far and how long Donald Trump will tolerate Elon Musk. And I will tell you why. In the woods, two oak trees don't grow next to one another. They always are very far apart. They can't stand one another. One has to destroy the other one. So these guys, both of them, are strong individuals in many, many ways. I don't think this partnership will survive. I hope it survives if it benefits the United States of America, us in general, and brings back and makes America greater than it was before. So let's see what these guys are saying. Tech tycoon Elon Musk joined a call between US President-elect Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky the day after the presidential election, according to the source with knowledge of the situation. This is concerning in one point. Imagine you would have, I like Elon Musk, I like Trump, I'm not going to say that I don't like them. Now, I like others as well, and so on. But imagine it would be Zuckerberg with Kamala Harris talking to Zelensky. How would you feel about that one? Do you think that would be proper? Wouldn't you think like the mixture between the political and the business, private business, it's called what? The merger between these kinds? This is just, my friends, look both ways. So it says, according to one source, Trump was with Musk at Mar-a-Lago when Zelensky called to congratulate the president-elect for what a source briefed on the call described as a positive and cordial conversation. Okay, so it was just a coincidence. Let's put it this way. Trump put the call on speaker, and Zelensky thanked Musk for his help with providing communications through Starlink in the ongoing war with Russia. The call was roughly 7 minutes long. 7. Why not 6? And no policy was discussed, the source said. All right, so this is one. Next one. Sputnik. Musk says bloodshed in Ukraine will soon end, thanks to Trump's plan. If Trump is really in power, we'll find out. US entrepreneur, the other one was tycoon, right? Elon Musk said the bloodshed in Ukraine will end soon, thanks to the plan of US President-elect Donald Trump. I hope so. What are the conditions? Very, very interesting. I tell you what the conditions will be. Russia will get all those four topics or reasons fulfilled. Ukraine will not be NATO. Ukraine will not be managed by the United States of America. Ukraine won't even be a neutral country. It's going to be controlled by the Russians. They didn't go halfway now to turn back. They will be controlled by the Russians and make sure that NATO will never get its tail in there again. They will try. You always do that. If you get kicked out of the door, you try to come in through the window. So that's what NATO is going to do. That's what I think is going to be. Ukraine will not have a military anymore. It's going to be controlled by these guys. It's going to be a failed state. Congratulations to whom? To the attempt from the big guys who determines that our military and their children must meet on the front line the other countries, their cousins. So let's move on. So and I'm quoting, the senseless killing will end soon. Oh, what do you mean senseless? They're defending themselves and our freedoms. Time is up for the warmonger profiteers. Thank you very much. That's exactly what it is. See? Musk wrote on X. You may disagree with that, and with me, obviously, but I think he's on the right track. He's saying he figured things out unless he's part of it, and he knows how things work, and he pretends to be part of the team that's going to clean the house. Musk wrote on X, commenting on a post about Trump's plans to Ukraine. All right, so now, the Wall Street Journal reported on November 6, citing sources that Trump's team proposed freezing the conflict in Ukraine. That's not going to happen. The Russians will never agree with that. Creating a demilitarized zone along the front line and supplying new arms to Ukraine in exchange for Kyiv pledge not to join NATO for 20 years. And the Russians will believe NATO, Americans, and the West again. No, I hope not. I hope not. All right, so I don't think that's what's going to be happening, my friends. If that's the way Musk tells us the war will come to an end, I don't think he is right. I think he's wrong. Why? It takes at least two to tango. You can, play a horror in 3 and 4 and 5, but here no. The Russians did not go halfway after these guys tried to put a Gaddafi on Putin to say, okay, we trust you. Yeah, how about it? You arm them. We just stop the conflict. We freeze the conflict. Nobody dies. You arm them for round 2. Thanks, but no thanks. All right, so let's go to the von der Leyen. All right, here is the von der Leyen was the Germany's defense minister. You know what it is? Okay. Sputnik. Von der Leyen wants to discuss with Trump purchases of U.S. liquefied natural gas to replace Russian supplies. But the U.S. liquefied natural gas is between 3 and 4 times more expensive than the Russian. That is, if you use in Germany or in Europe natural gas, is going to be most likely more expensive. So yes, von der Leyen, an unelected official by the population of she was put in front of the European Commission to be voted for. You know what I mean? So not voted by the Europeans, but she wouldn't have any problems to be voted in. I mean, after all, it matters who the votes, right? So here you have her. So she's proud about it. She comes to talk to Trump. Oh, we're going to buy your things. Not that your things, but liquefied natural gas. I think this is imbecilic. Look at the Indians. They said, you know what? We're going to make business. We're going to do business with whomever makes us benefit out of it, our people. Russians sell cheap gas. We're going to do it. I know the Chinese do it. We're going to do it. The Americans are doing it. We're going to do it. The Romanians are doing it. We're going to do it with them. Now, that is when you know a country is independent, sovereign, and has a government that works on their behalf. Now, von der Leyen should not even talk about this garbage. It should be the Romanians talking about the Romanians and being allowed to do business with whomever they want. What, meow? You're back in business? So, nevertheless, she's doing bad business for Europe. Who's going to pay for that? The big banks. And let me show you this report, which compare it with the Nazis' atrocities. That were atrocities over there, man, and all the Holocaust and all that. Oh, what's up, buddy? Nah. Ah! I told you, fly over there because you want to fuck up things. All right, so here it is. All right, so children comprise 70% of those killed in Gaza Strip. OHCHR. Women and children make up some 70% of those killed in the Gaza Strip since October 2023, the United Nations Human Rights Office, OHCHR, said on Friday. The United Nations Human Rights Office have been verifying the personal details on those killed in Gaza by strikes, shelling, and other conduct of hostilities. Of those fatalities, it has so far found close to 70% to be children and women, indicating a systematic violation of the fundamental principle of international humanitarian law, including distinction and proportionality. The United Nations agency has identified 3 age groups of children among the deceased: those between the ages of 5 and 9, those between the ages of 10 and 14, and infants and children under the age of 4. Additionally, the OHCHR reports that about 80% of the casualty occurred in the residential homes or dwellings. Right? We gotta know about this one, obviously. All right. So here, in response, the Israeli Defense Forces announced a blockade of Gaza Strip and launched Operation Iron Swords, which included strikes in civilian targets. Over 43,000 Palestinians have been killed and over 100,000 have sustained injuries since the onset of the conflict, the Ministry of Health of Gaza, that we're not supposed to believe, says. So this is okay. No, believe these guys, okay? You believe the other guys, but what about these guys? United Nations Human Rights Office. Let me tell you, I think they're anti-Semitic. There must be. Now, look at the Second World War. You can say, well, the casualties were the same, or blah, 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 blah. Well, I let you figure things out. I'm not saying that this is bad and the other one was good, or they were both bad. But I like to call things as they are. So if that was bad then, this should be called bad as well. And regarding the proportionality, remember 70%, close to 70% were children and women. All right, well, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Why? The bully boy is over there keeping everybody at bay. And the other guys can Why? Self-defense. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.